Hello and welcome to my kitchen. It's your favorite cook, Kirby. Today I'm sharing you one of my favorite recipes that my mom used to make for us growing up. An easy bake enchilada. So to get everything started, I'm going to get some water boiling on high heat, and I'm going to season the water with a little bit of chicken bouillon. You can use chicken broth for this also. Basically, you just want a little bit of seasoning so that way you can flavor your chicken. Okay, so once you have your water boiling, you want to go ahead and turn your temperature all the way down low. You're going to place your chicken breast into the pot, and we're going to cook that for about 25 to 30 minutes. We're going to be having the lid on there so that way it can help achieve that cook time a little bit faster. But you want to make sure that you achieve an internal temperature on the chicken at about 165 degrees. So in the meantime, while our chicken breast is cooking, we're going to be prepping some produce. We're going to be slicing up some olives. We're going to be using that in the filling. We're also going to chop up some lettuce. We're going to be using that as a topping. And another topping that we're going to be using is the Pico De Gallo. We're going to make sure that we're adding layers of flavor on this dish today. Trust me, once everything is all put together, it's going to come out really delicious. Now another topping we're going to be using some sour cream. Again, it's going to be for the topping. And then for the filling, we're going to be adding some green chili enchilada sauce. This one is the hot picante, but you can get the medium or the mild depending on how you like it. But me, I love spicy, so I went with the hot picante. So I picked up 1 pound of the Fiesta blend cheese. It has a little bit of Monterey Jack, cheddar, and asadero queso. But you can use any Mexican Fiesta cheese that you'd like. For the tortillas, you want to use corn tortillas. You want kind of like a medium soft hard corn tortilla. You don't want it too hard when you bake it because then it'll be hard to cut. And you don't want it too soft because you don't want it to be mushy. Once we hit about that 25 to 30 minute mark, you want to go ahead and check on your chicken breast. You don't want them too dry. So you want to get a thermometer and check the internal temperature, and you want to make sure that you get 165 degrees. A little bit more is fine, but you don't want to go over 175 degrees so that way the chicken is tender. So at this point, basically what you want to do is you want to take your chicken breast. If you got some claws, go ahead and give it a shred. And you can do this with the fork. It's very easy. The chicken's done. You could just basically just flake everything off. Just keep going at it and it just breaks apart really easy. Before we start layering everything, go ahead and heat up some of your tortillas in the microwave or on a griddle. You want these a little bit soft and heated up. Now that we have everything prepared, we're going to be taking a baking pan and we're going to be spraying it with a little bit of oil. You want to make sure that you give it a nice generous coat so that way the tortillas don't stick and they also crisp up just a little bit. Now at this point, basically you want to take your tortillas and you want to go ahead and make a layer all around your pan. On mine, this size, I think it's a 13 by 9, and I could put 6 on the bottom and about 9 tortillas along the side of the wall. So now we're going to be making our first layer of all our filling. So we're going to lay down some chicken. You want to make sure that you fill it up nice and generously. That way you can get chicken evenly all throughout the pan. Now the next step, you want to just layer a coat of those sliced olives. At this point, basically you could put any filling ingredients you like. I've put onions in there. I've put many other things in there to give it extra flavor, but that's up to you if you really want to add some more things to it, but you can do so. Now for the best part, you gotta add the cheese. I love a lot of cheese on my enchiladas, and trust me, you want to add as much cheese as you can. So I just pack it on in there, and that way it just makes it nice and gooey. Alright, for this next part, we're going to Flavor Town. So you just basically want to take that sauce and you just want to apply it all over that. You want to make sure that the chicken is all nice and sauced with that sauce. And that way when you bite into it, every single bite has that sauce flavor in there. Now keep in mind, we're not adding any more flavors to this. The sauce is going to have all the flavors. It's going to just make this dish all come together. Okay, for this next part, we're basically going to just lay down 6 more corn tortillas, and we're going to just repeat that same process and lay down our chicken, olives, cheese, and our sauce. Usually I do 3 layers, but today's dinner was just me and my family, and we needed a little bit of extra food just for our lunch for the next day. So I only did 2, so I went ahead and just cut the rest of the top for those tortillas. That way it make it nice and even. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Once it's preheated, let's go ahead and take our baking tray and put it in there and let it cook for about 25 minutes. Since everything's cooked, you just want everything to just melt up. After 25 minutes, this is what you get. Everything's nice and melted, all put together. So just go ahead and let that rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. That way it can thicken up a little bit. Once the cheese is nice and set, go ahead and cut you up some sections. That way we can get them ready for topping, and then we can go ahead and plate them. Alright, it's almost time to eat. So let's go ahead and take one of those pies, lay it down on your plate, cutting board, or whatever you're going to be eating on. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of lettuce. Then we're going to add a little bit of sour cream. And then we're going to top it off with some Pico De Gallo. This is an easy recipe and very delicious. Trust me, you got to make this at home. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and click the little bell so that way you can see my future videos. Give me a like if you love this recipe. And if you have any questions about this recipe, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, by the way, I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Check those out and take a look at these other 2 videos that I have posted right here. Peace.